Hello, I'm Chris, this is Gross Models, and this is issue 83 of building R2D2. Looks like a small build this time, but there is some testing to be done as well, so we'll see how long it takes. Right, with body frames and rotary sensors. Right, so we've got the metal parts provided this time, plus two 4mm screws, which I conveniently didn't sort out, but I've got, see it up here. I'm pretty sure we're going to need four 4mm screws, because we've got to do the same thing again twice. So we've got them from a couple of issues ago. Move the other bits out of the way for now. We've got to build the frame, which is the top of the ring, which is the other half that we did previously. So basically this is exactly the same as it has been before. That goes on there, that goes on top of it, and exactly the same over the other side. Links together into a ring, which then two screws on either side hold it all together. So we'll get those in quickly, won't take a minute. 1, 2, shouldn't have turned it, knew I'd moved things around. There we go. 3, and the last one, number 4. Then we have a complete ring ready, and this time we're going to start putting things onto it. We've got the two sensors and both the cables provided. So we've got the two sensors and the cables. Take one of the cables, align its plug with the socket the right way around, getting that one in there. I'll do the same with the other one while I'm here, because I know we're going to have to do that in a moment anyway. Right, 2 sensors and 4 of the 6mm screws. 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got one that's marked with an L and one that's marked with an R and L for the left and right. We're going to need the 2 plastic pieces, and that goes over somewhere, that bit. Oh no, just next to and behind there. Okay. Oh, and they screw in from there. Alright, I gotcha. Not sure what they're for, but we'll do what it says. So we've got a screw that goes through the black bit and holds into the white bit. Both these white bits are the same, so I didn't have to worry about which one's which with that. But obviously once we get to the whole left and right business, that's going to make a difference, because the boards are a different shape. And obviously it needs to be plugged in the right way round to make it know it's turning it one way or the other. Otherwise it would be continuing trying to turn it one way when it's stuck at the end. This must be for the head rotation. So one more screw in there. There we go. Then we'll turn the page. Just turn one page. It's always easier than trying to turn 3 pages at once. Done that, done that, done that. Need 4 more screws. Right. It's unusual using these screws with a metal bit, but we'll go with it, because it is going into the plastic afterwards. So yeah, okay. Right, so we get the one that's marked with an L, as shown on the big picture opposite. So let's see, where exactly are we? We've got it that way round, so the L goes that side, underneath there, and that screw holds that in place there. Okay, let's grab a screw and let's see about getting that in there. Get it started and get the other one in as well. Let's get that home in there. and then do exactly the same on the other side with the other one. I think. Let's double check. Yep, put it on, then put it on. Yep, no problem there. That one under there as well. Feeling to get it lined up, or not, as the case may be. There we go. Get that started. That's that. Cool. Then one little rubber bit over the top there, and the big flange screw goes in there to hold that in place from the top. Not sure exactly what that bit does, but well, I think that's just to stop anything butting up against the metal. So that looks like that. Then we've got to get that ring onto the base, which I'll grab and sort out and be back with you momentarily. I have returned with the body. Now, I disagree with a couple of the instructions on here. It says to use 4 2.5 by 4mm screws and 1 8mm screw, but the 4mm screws are really very short to hold the top layer onto here. So I'm going to go with the 6mm screws, because that seems to me so much better, because by the time you do the 4mm and it's gone through the body there, you're only going to be biting into that with 2 or 3 turns. So I had to dig them out of my box anyway. The ones that I've actually got from the build are actually the 6mm ones, so I'm going to use those. If it's wrong, it's wrong, but I don't think it is. So we'll get this the right way round. Let's see, we've got it that way and that way, I think. Yes, so that's that side and that's that side. No, yes, yes. It goes that way round because we've got one hole there, no hole there. So locking that onto the 4 posts there. Then I've got the 4 longer screws, longer short screws, the wrong screws but the right ones, I think, to go in these holes. Now this is again getting a bit too big to show you on camera, but there's plenty of room for it to go in there, and it goes in much nicer and holds much more securely than it would be if it was only the tiny little other screws that I was using. So I'm happy to amend the instructions, but I will remember where I have changed things, and potentially if I run out of the right screws I can come back to these and get them back out again, but don't think I'm going to have to. I think it's much better to use these there. And one more, the longer one goes into there, into the post. And then we have the body pretty much, a certain framework is finished for now, it says. So yeah, now we're going to test these sensors. So let me move the camera up and out a bit. Hopefully you'll be able to see what's going on, at least a little bit. So we've got the test board that we've got before, which I don't need that bit of it, but I'm still going to leave it plugged in because it's just easy. So I'm going to plug in one of these. You can only do one at a time. So I'm going to plug in that one into that spare plug that we got there. I haven't got any other sensors plugged into the other board, so I think that's not going to make any difference. So if I turn that on, it all flashes on, comes up green, which it says it should, and then if you put something between the sensor, the green goes out just as that goes in. Hopefully you can still see that, and yeah, you can see that, and the sensor down there. There you go. So if I move that in, the light goes out. So when whatever it is rotates around and goes in between, we'll know that that's that. So I'm going to turn it off first, unplug that, plug in the other one just to check that one is behaving itself as well. All the lights come on, the green comes and goes, and it knows when that gets stopped. So that is that. That's part of this part of the build, I believe. Let me double check, make sure. Yep, that's the back cover. So it's coming together. It's really getting there. At the end of the next one, I'll put some more bits together and see how it actually looks now. But that is it for this one, and thanks for watching. I hope you're following along with the build, and hopefully not started your own. I know a couple of people have. So see you soon, and thanks for watching. Bye bye.